The South Today Bulletin, proudly brought to you in association with MoleMap, the skin cancer detection specialists.
Tonight on the South Today, a fusion of comedy and politics takes place in Dunedin as a well-known local debate gets underway. Central Otago locals are calling for ladies to give themselves a check-up as they paint the town pink. And some Otago University staff are calling for change as they take to the campus grounds with their placards. Kia ora, good evening. I'm Hannah Wilkins. With the final week of New Zealand's election campaign underway, political tensions are ramping up across the regions. In Dunedin, the highly anticipated Opoho Candidates Meeting brought laughter and promises, with the moderator lightening up proceedings, dressed like a Dr. Seuss character.
It's a debate that tries to be a little different from the norm, combining topical politics with a bit of whimsical comedy. More than 200 people packed into Opoho Church on Sunday night for the Opoho Dunedin Election Candidates Meeting, a regular fixture on the calendar. It's Dunedin's best-known political gathering, moderated by retired ODT editor and journalist Philip Somerville. He was dressed in his usual cat-in-the-hat ensemble as he grilled the politicians.
As you cast your vote, what would you do if your mother asked you?
Candidates and party representatives from the Dunedin electorate took to the stage to answer burning questions, with the meeting including politicians from Labour, National, New Zealand First, Greens, TOP and an independent. Rachel Brooking is currently a Labour Party list MP, but is hoping to step into the shoes of sitting Dunedin MP David Clark. She was keen to confirm her party's promises around the new Dunedin hospital build.
We are building that hospital as we've said we would, and keeping to our track record of building the infrastructure that we say we do.
Current National List MP Michael Woodhouse was noticeably absent from the Dunedin debate, with the list-only candidate James Christmas instead stepping in on his behalf. Independent candidate Jim O'Malley also pleaded his case, backing the Dunedin City Council's net carbon zero plan and criticising the government's 2050 target.
I think that the national target should be 2030. You target it. If you don't meet it, you've certainly come a long way down, and you'll certainly hit it by 2035 or 2040. 2050 gives you an opportunity just to wait. And I think that's always the issue when you put a target that far out.
Green Party co-leader Marama Davidson made a surprise appearance, filling in for the party's Dunedin candidate Francisco Hernandez, who was sick, while ACT's candidate Tim Newman was out of town. The political event was one of the last formal candidate meetings in the final week of the campaign. Early voting is already underway, with Election Day itself taking place this Saturday. In Dunedin, the South Today.
And you can watch the full version of the Opoho Candidates Meeting tomorrow night. That's Tuesday at 7:30 p.m. right here on Channel 39. Well, the Dunedin City Council has some big decisions on the horizon as their 10-year plan starts to take shape. The DCC is starting to consider what its 2024 to 34 long-term plan should look like, stating affordability is high on their priority list. A survey will run to help guide their preliminary thinking, asking Dunedin residents for thoughts on theatre space, swimming pools and costs of upgrading infrastructure. Concerns have also been raised about erosion at the old landfill under Kettle Park, with future mitigation options and timeframes expected to be considered. The draft 10-year plan is being developed early next year, with formal consultation and council deliberations set to wrap up by mid-2024. A central Otago town was dressed to the nines in pink over the weekend as large crowds took to the streets celebrating a good cause. Cromwell residents painted the town red with a slash of white, raising awareness about breast cancer while showing their support to survivors.
Cromwell locals looking pretty in pink, walking the streets to celebrate Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Over 100 people and their pets took part in the Pink Ribbon Walk on Sunday, taking on the 5-kilometre trek along the lakefront from the boat club to Old Cromwell. For organiser Anthea Lawrence, the event hits close to home after being diagnosed with stage 4 breast cancer earlier this year, but was excited to see the positive turnout in support of the day.
I did not believe that there'd be this many people, and I'm really humbled, and it's so amazing to have this many women and men and dogs and kids show out in force in pink today.
Lawrence recently finished up her chemotherapy early, with her tumours either disappearing or halving in size, taking on her own advice by maintaining positive emotions and looking on the bright side. She advises women to constantly check themselves for lumps to catch any early signs, believing it could save their lives.
Any indication of anything, change in your breast, get it checked out, just go to your doctor. They're there to help, and it's better to catch things early.
The Pink Ribbon Walk not only helped raise awareness of the disease, but also raised over $2,000 for the New Zealand Breast Cancer Foundation. In Cromwell, the South Today.
A Dunedin athlete made a massive splash at an international level over the weekend, bringing home more than just a shiny medal. Erica Fairweather continues to make waves on the global stage after smashing the World Cup Series women's 400-metre freestyle record in Berlin on Saturday. Australia's Lani Pallister was right on her tail during the race, but wasn't able to keep up with the New Zealander as she pushed through to the finish line in the final 2 lengths. The 19-year-old won the 400-metre race in just over 4 minutes and 1 second, continuing on with her spectacular form this year. Fairweather has taken the record off fellow Kiwi swimmer Lauren Boyle, beating out her 2015 time by nearly 3 seconds. Otago University lecturers are making a powerful statement in the lead up to the election, sacrificing their lunch breaks to raise awareness. They're encouraging staff and students to not only vote in the upcoming general election, but also keeping climate policy in mind.
Otago University Professor Abby Smith is fearful about the future of the planet. The marine and climate scientist has been donned in her high-vis jacket and hard hat for the past week, skipping her lunchtimes to protest on campus. She's worried about the environmental policies in the build-up to the upcoming election, hoping her hand-painted sign will take her message straight to the people.
As a climate scientist, really concerned about climate and making sure that the people with policies around climate get into government.
Smith has been lecturing for more than 30 years and worries students are underestimating the power of their vote. She insists there's a lot more work to do in bringing awareness to climate change.
We just have committed to come here every lunch hour during the election to try to raise the profile of climate in people's thinking as they go to the polls.
Smith says her actions have sparked some meaningful conversations and generated interest among staff and students, hoping that awareness will transfer into votes. In Dunedin, the South Today.
Still to come on the South Today. A Wanaka snowboarder proves she's queen of the slopes once again at an awards ceremony, and a group of international performers take to a Dunedin stage with their supercharged urban circus.
Great Britain has a collection of varied landscapes and countryside to rival anywhere else in the world. And the best way to see it is to walk.
If you're at risk of developing melanoma skin cancer, you owe it to yourself to have a mole map. Mole map is coming to your area. Phone today to make an appointment. It could save your life.
A poorly maintained heat pump can lose up to 35% of its output. The Mr. Heat Pump Cleaner team are experts. Their specially developed chemical wash is totally biodegradable. Call Mr. Heat Pump Cleaner and get the job done by the professionals.
Here at Age Concern Otago, we offer a range of services to support Otago seniors to age well with dignity and independence. We provide social work support, visiting service, health promotion and social activities. Check out what we have on offer at ageconcernotago.com.
Tēnā koe, welcome back. A Wanaka snowboarding phenomenon is cementing her name into the greats of the sport after cleaning up at the Snow Sports NZ Awards over the weekend.
Zoe Sadowski-Sinnott wrapped up her stellar year on Saturday night after claiming the overall honour at the awards, along with being named the New Zealand Snowboarder of the Year. The achievement comes off the back of an exceptional 12-month period for the Queen of the Slopes, who became the first New Zealander to win gold at the Winter Olympics last year. Sadowski-Sinnott continued to dominate the sport, finishing on the podium at every competition she took part in, including winning a career-first LAAX Open Slopestyle. She later defended the title at the invitation-only Winter X Games, also adding a silver in the Big Air. And her fellow South Island stars were also showered with awards, including fellow Wanaka resident Luca Harrington, who took out the New Zealand Freeski Athlete of the Year. They'll be joining Sadowski-Sinnott in gearing up to head to the Northern Hemisphere as they prepare for another winter on the slopes. In Queenstown, the South Today.
A group of international performers are taking to the heart of Dunedin as a supercharged urban circus takes centre stage. The 360 All-Stars show boasts a stellar cast of world-class performers expressing their talents with a unique twist.
From bunny hops to gravity-defying acrobatics, the 360 All-Stars are showcasing some of their skills on Friday as they gear up for the 10-year anniversary world tour in Dunedin. The group started performing in 2013 and have since dazzled audiences with their twists and spinning manoeuvres in over 2,000 performances worldwide. Director Gene Peterson says the show will be performed by an international dream team of world-class artists, and it's the first time they're performing in New Zealand.
We're super excited to be here, especially here at the beautiful theatre, the Regent Theatre in Dunedin.
Peterson says the show's aiming to reinvent the circus, replacing traditional art forms with contemporary street styles.
So instead of acrobats, we have breakdancers. Instead of a juggler, there's a basketball freestyler. Instead of a unicyclist, there's a BMX rider. Everything's been given that urban twist.
The group performed 3 shows at Dunedin's Regent Theatre over the weekend, showcasing their talents in a fusion of creativity and street culture. In Dunedin, the South Today.
And now recapping tonight's top stories on the South Today. The Dunedin electoral candidates took part in a whimsical debate with election day just around the corner. Cromwell residents looked pretty in pink over the weekend, spreading awareness on breast cancer with a supportive walk. And some Otago University professors delved into the depths of climate change, hoping to make an impact on students' votes. And now we'll look at what's happening in tomorrow's ODT. We're checking in with Associate Editor Mike Houlihan. Hello, Mike.
Good evening, Hannah.
What can we expect in Tuesday's paper?
Well, regular readers, that's hard to say, will know that our Special Affairs reporter Mary Williams has had an ongoing exceptional series on homelessness in Dunedin. She's got another rip-roaring yarn tomorrow with quite a shocking story of someone who's been living homeless for over 4 years in the city.
Oh gosh, okay.
We've got costings of the new pathology lab will cost at the Dunedin Hospital. We have Story is yet again another appalling on-running story about flat initiations and some more appalling things that our students have been up to. Our latest election news, of course, and our travel section runs tomorrow. Our travel writer has been off to Phnom Penh in Cambodia.
Oh, lucky thing. All right, we look forward to reading. Thank you for sharing, Mike.
Thank you.
Time now for a look at the weather.
The South Today weather, proudly brought to you by MoleMap, the skin cancer detection specialists.
Looking at the situation, most of this week will see southwesterly airflow over the region with fine conditions at first, but by the end of the week some rainy cold fronts will be arriving. Heading to the top of the South Island, cloudy with southwesterlies and 17 in Nelson. Over to Greymouth, also clear with 17, and Christchurch will be showery with 15 degrees. Travelling to South Canterbury and North Otago. Ashburton's in for a wet and windy afternoon after 15 degrees. Timaru's clear with southwesterlies and 14, and Oamaru should be fine but breezy with 13 degrees. Heading westwards to the Central Lakes, becoming fine through here with decreasing southwesterlies. Queenstown's getting 13 as a high, while Wanaka and Alexandra get up to 14 degrees. Heading further south, patchy cloud through here on Tuesday with fresh southwesterlies and highs of 12 degrees across the board. That's for Gore, Balclutha and the Catlins. Across to Invercargill, showers clearing as it drops to 7 tonight. Then it's cloudy at first before a sunny day with 12 and southwesterlies tomorrow. Then Wednesday brings more sunshine with patchy cloud and fresh westerlies with a warmer high of 16 degrees. And finally heading to Dunedin. It'll be mostly cloudy tonight as it drops to 8. Tuesday looks fine and sunny with strong cool winds in the afternoon with a high of 14 degrees. And warmer on Wednesday, well same actually, 14 degrees, light winds and a cloudy afternoon. And that's the news this Monday. For the latest news and videos from the southern region, head online to odt.co.nz. You can follow Channel 39 on YouTube to catch our news bulletins on demand, and you can also follow us on Facebook. Just search for the South Today NZ to see our favourite stories from around the regions. We'll see you again tomorrow. Ka kite Opoho.
Public interest journalism funded through New Zealand On Air.
The South Today Bulletin, proudly brought to you in association with MoleMap, the skin cancer detection specialists. Every day the team at Gillian supports grieving families at their time of need, from answering your questions to organising a farewell that reflects the wishes of your loved one. We can help. Call Gillian's today. If you're at risk of developing melanoma skin cancer, you owe it to yourself to have a MoleMap. MoleMap is coming to your area. Phone today to make an appointment. It could save your life. UPVC Windows and Doors is a local Dunedin company who manufacture, install and service everything they make. Sign up this month for a free glass upgrade. Call UPVC Windows and Doors today.
Living Well Disability Resource Centre, a not-for-profit charitable organisation and your one-stop shop for information and resources to help you retain independence. We offer a wide range of assistive products from jar openers to mobility scooters and provide assessments for Total Mobility, the half-price taxi scheme. Come and see the friendly team. You'll find us on the corner of George and Bath Streets, ground floor of Burns House.